are back once more on the play, and I think we can keep this. We don't have any of our red lands, but we only have 2 red cards in the whole deck, so that should be fine. We're actually probably going to play the Westvale Abbey first, because the forest only affects our Battle for Zendikar lands, and, well, okay, so, does Gideon change that? I don't think so. What I was trying to say about the forest is, the forest makes our Shadows lands enter the battlefield untapped in our hand, but needs a friend to make our Battle for Zendikar lands enter the battlefield untapped. I think this could change if our opponent plays something that we want to Dromoka's command. But so we can either Declaration and Stone Jace and give our opponent a counter and then play Oath of Nissa, or we could Dromoka's command Jace and not give and deal our opponent an extra point of damage. I actually prefer that one. I think that getting rid of Jace is pretty important, and getting in the extra damage against a Jace deck seems pretty good. The fact that Dromoka's command is instant speed is kind of important, but so this looks kind of like an old school Bant Company deck. Alright, we're gonna try and find a land off of this Oath of Nissa. Alright, we did it. Do I want a Canopy Vista, a Plains, or a Fortified Village? I think I actually want the Plains, because it means that more of our lands enter the battlefield untapped, rather than fixing our mana, which I think is important. It might also disguise the fact that we had to pick a bunch of Plains, so I think that Nissa's actually fine, though. However, if we're playing Gideon next turn, we might want to just kill it. Yeah. Collected Company, just main phase? Interesting. Eldrazi Displacer and Tireless Tracker. Jeez. Okay. Alright, well. I'm gonna go ahead and play Gideon. I really need to kill this Eldrazi Displacer, but I can't. No. Our opponent doesn't have a colorless source yet, as far as we know. I think I just want to make an ally. Pass. I guess trading the Sylvan Advocate for the Eldrazi Displacer wouldn't be so bad. Okay. Gross. So I probably could have gotten in some damage. I definitely want to kill the Eldrazi Displacer. The fact that Gideon's dying is unfortunate, but fine. Alright, so we've got a Battlefield Forge. What do we do with that? Could play Gideon. I could just cast Avacyn. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I just play the Battlefield Forge and cast Avacyn. If our opponent has another Dromoka's command, we're kind of out of luck. Alright, so now they have the colorless source, which makes me feel very good about killing the Eldrazi Displacer. Casting Avacyn. Our opponent can make their Tireless Tracker bigger than our Avacyn. But that does take up quite a bit of our opponent's mana. So I'm okay with that. Alright, unless it's the Dromoka's command, in which case we're dead. Great. Yep. So right now, playing Gideon is probably better than playing Nissa, because drawing any spell next turn means that we're more likely to be able to play a Nissa next turn and another spell. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we need a land. Earlier in the game, I was more concerned about getting Reflector Maged. Alright. This is bad. Bye, Gideon. Now we're just getting flooded. Don't really have a mana sink that makes me want to play this game trail right now. Oh god. I'm about ready to kind of throw my hands up. My opponent probably should just be trying to kill me at this point, yeah. So I go to 2. That's a little late. Okay. Okay, so kind of going off of what Emma advised me to do in this matchup, and the deck becomes more control-y when she sideboards. So, like, Nissa's and Dromoka's commands are actually out, as well as an Evolutionary Leap, a Gideon. Arlene Court comes in because, again, she kills Displacer. Silgraps and Declarations come in. And then 1 Planar Outburst does, Death Protectors do, and Nissa, Natarka, and Lambholt. So yeah, we become a much more mid-rangey deck with things like Planar Outburst and Dragonlord Natarka. Let's give it a shot. Yes, I would love to play first. I can keep this hand. It's got a bunch of 2s in it. Its mana's a little awkward, but I mean, Canopy Vista enters the battlefield tapped. Fortified Village enters untapped. Battlefield Forge does too. Yeah, we're not actually in bad shape mana-wise. I think what I want to do is play Hangarback Walker on turn 2. Because I have a bunch of other 2-drops that I can play around it. Which makes our curve a lot easier on the eyes. Certainly silk wrapping that, I think. I'm actually going to hold on to the forest in case I draw another Enter the Battlefield tapped land. Another shadow land, rather. I could also play a Sylvan Advocate. I actually like silk wrapping it. So that our opponent can't Dromoka's command it. Duskwatch Recruiter isn't super scary. I mean, it is a little scary. I won't be real. I think what I want to do this turn is play these two spells and attack. That sounds about right. Right now, with the plan of handle all of our opponent's creatures until we can't anymore, it seems to be working, although if our opponent plays a Displacer, then we're kind of in trouble. Jacewood's Prodigy, that's fine. Lambholt Pacifist was a great draw, I think. I think I want to be attacking with these guys. Just because, like, Hangarback Walker doesn't do a whole lot against Reflector Mage. So, not dealing my opponent damage seems bad. Yep. What's this? Tragic Arrogance. Okay. Walked into that one. Although we're still in shape. Or in A shape. Yeah, it's the shape is starting to feel kind of pear, but that's fine. Our opponent doesn't have a Collected Company, probably. Does it feel like they... Yep, alright. So long, Hangarback Walker. Oh god, I'm drawing so many lands. Drawing a planar outburst would be great. Although, yeah, not anymore, really. It kills both of these guys, but our opponent still has 2 clues, 2 cards in hand to chase. Can't actually cast this to much effect right now, because our opponent has colorless mana open for their Displacer. It wouldn't even keep me from really taking all that much damage. Like, now, if our opponent cracks both of their clues, then I can, like, Declaration to reduce the size of their Tireless Tracker. So now they have 2 Planeswalkers. This is good. This is real good. I'm going to try to avoid taking lethal damage this turn. Although 8. If they play another land, we're dead. Although, no, we're not, because if they play another land and then hit an Evolving Wilds off of their Nissa, then we'd be dead. Now we're not dead right now. We're just going to 1. Because if they play another land, their Nissa would be taken off the equation. He could have attacked with their Lumbering Falls, so I don't quite get it. Let's see what we draw. It's probably not going to be enough. Nope. That was a lot of lands. Well. I'm not sure if that sideboard plan worked. Or it could be that I just didn't play it correctly.